Mill Creek releases their new line of retro VHS slipcovers. Severin Films announces their new April slate. And the rumor mill is swirling as we discuss all of the upcoming potential 4K releases for 2021. All this and more in the next Physical Media Report. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, I'm Ken and welcome to Mid-Level Media. We are here today for episode 39 of the Physical Media Report, my weekly show here on the YouTube where I discuss all of the latest and greatest in Blu-ray and 4K announcements, developments, what is coming out this week. We also cover some deals. We also go into what was the top 5 Blu-ray and the top 5 4K for last week. We just discuss and talk about all things physical media, and we are here today, guys, episode 39, almost at 40. It is amazing to me just how long I have been able to keep up with this show consistently, and I appreciate it, and I honestly wouldn't have done it without all of your guys' support from week to week. Everybody that checks out the show, everybody that likes this video, comments down below. I appreciate all of the support so I can continue to do honestly my flagship show of this channel, in my opinion, at least of what I would consider it to be. So we've got a lot of stuff today, guys. Some very exciting sort of announcements, but not quite. We're going to delve into a little bit of the rumors that have been going on the internet, because honestly, it's been an insane last week. Everybody that's been talking about all of these 2021 releases in 4K coming out this year. Some really exciting stuff that we are getting ready to dive into. But before I do that, I want to ask that if this is your first time joining me on the Mid-Level Media channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Become a subscriber of the Mid-Level Media channel. We do all kinds of great, amazing content on this channel centering around the world of Blu-rays and 4Ks and physical media. We also talk about movies and just any other thing entertainment related on this channel, and I would definitely love for you to come be a part of this ever-growing community. Also, be sure to hit that like button. Like I said, every single like just helps these videos kind of move up the YouTube algorithms. I would definitely appreciate that. Also, comment down below anything that you're excited about as far as the new 4Ks in 2021 that may or may not be coming out. And also what's new that's coming out this week that you may be picking up, and also anything that was officially announced as well. Comment down below anything that you're excited about, anything that you might be picking up, just anything you want to ask me physical media related, leave it in the comments below and we'll definitely get back to you. So with that, guys, let's go ahead and get into the rumors, because there is a lot of rumors that have been coming out over the past weekend. I don't usually like to get into rumors. I don't usually like to announce stuff until it's been officially announced, but there's just been so many and so much exciting stuff, and everybody is talking about it online. I've got to talk about it. I've got to cover it. I am the Physical Media Report. I am the definitive physical media based show on YouTube. We got to get into it. So I just want to let you guys know before I do that none of these that I'm going to discuss have been officially announced. They've just been heavily rumored online. A lot of these images that I'm going to pull come from Geek Gab on Instagram. He has an Instagram page, which I can post a link for that down below, because I want to make sure to give this person the credit, because they're the ones that's breaking a lot of these announcements. In particular, a lot of the images that I'm going to show come directly from their page. So I want to make sure to give them credit right there. So again, these are rumors. A lot of them are very likely to happen. So I would say these are pretty much a guarantee, but it is not official yet. And I want to make sure that everybody understands that before I go into these announcements. So let's get started off the top, guys, because the big announcement came, I think, yesterday or the day before, but that is Indiana Jones Trilogy is finally coming to 4K from Paramount. It is slated for a tentative June 2021 release, and this makes sense because Raiders of the Lost Ark came out in 1981, so this is the 40th anniversary of Indiana Jones. So we're getting the 4K treatment in June, which I believe is the anniversary month of Raiders of the Lost Ark. I could be wrong there, but I feel like that was a summer blockbuster film. But that will be released hopefully on June 2021. I have an image of the 4K cover that was put out there. I'm not sure if this is going to be the official cover, on any of these that I'm putting out there, but they are the tentative covers that are being shown online at this point. So the Indiana Jones trilogy in 4K, guys, get excited. Steven Spielberg's classic adventure trilogy starring Harrison Ford could potentially maybe coming in June 2021. Highly likely, I would say, for that one. So we also have Wonder Woman 1984 on 4K coming out from Warner Brothers, probably in March of 2021. That is being rumored right now for a March release. We know that's coming out. That's pretty much a given, but March is when that should be coming out. So I'm sure it's going to have a Best Buy exclusive steelbook, Target exclusive, and all that stuff that we were honestly sorely missing in 2020 because we didn't have any of those new releases. A lot of the Target exclusives and Best Buy exclusives, we got a few here and there, but not as many as we used to when we were getting those big blockbuster films in theaters. So hopefully we get back to getting more of those types of exclusives to talk about in 2021. Very exciting stuff. This next one, guys, is one that I heard about a while ago, Inglourious Basterds on 4K. And Tarantino, it's been rumored that a few of his releases, like Pulp Fiction and I believe Reservoir Dogs, are rumored for 4K in 2021 as well. This one's interesting because it's Inglourious Basterds on 4K, but it's coming from Arrow Video. So that is the rumor right now. And again, Geek Gab on Instagram put this out. Want to make sure I give him credit for that. But that is coming out from Arrow Video sometime in 2021. That is the rumor. An Arrow Video release of Inglourious Basterds, I know they would kill it in the special features department. So I mean, I'm for it. But it's an interesting, odd choice, in my opinion, to give that to Arrow Video. So, but yeah, 2021 Inglourious Basterds, that's exciting. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. Love that movie. It's in my top 50, I believe, when I made my top 50. So the next one up, guys, is another top 50 film for me, and that is From Dusk Till Dawn, Robert Rodriguez film on 4K sometime in 2021, which also makes sense because it is the 25th anniversary of the film. That is coming from Paramount. And yeah, I'm super excited for that. That is like I said, one of my favorite films of all time. Love that film. If you've never seen From Dusk Till Dawn, wait till the 4K comes out and get it because I'm sure it's going to look spectacular. It's got George Clooney, and honestly, my favorite George Clooney performance. Tarantino wrote the film. He stars in it as well alongside George Clooney. They're brothers. And it's just one of those really cool movies that starts off as something and ends as something like totally different. It has this weird shift in the middle from like thriller to like thriller action to heist to horror. Like it shifts through all of these different things throughout the film. And I love it. It's just one of the best movies ever made. It's one of the coolest movies ever made. It's stylistic, just really awesome. Definitely check out From Dusk Till Dawn if you haven't. Warner Brothers is rumored to put out all of these titles. We're going to go through all of these titles. I'm going to put up the big image that was put out on the internet over the weekend. Tons of stuff that Warner Brothers is rumored to put out on 4K in 2021. We have Godzilla 2014, which I honestly thought already had a 4K, but that's interesting. That should look great in 4K. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory with Gene Wilder. That's like day one purchase for me. I love that movie. Another like top 25 film of all time for me. A Clockwork Orange, guys, from Stanley Kubrick. Another Stanley Kubrick film, which this year would be its 50th anniversary, so that's another one that makes sense. So super excited for that one. I just watched that one for the first time, and it was absolutely amazing. We also have Space Jam, a 90s Michael Jordan, Bill Murray movie. That's coming out sometime. Gravity from Alfonso Cuarón, starring George Clooney, Sandra Bullock. That's going to look freaking fantastic in 4K. That's one of my favorite movies of the past decade. The Shawshank Redemption, guys, in 4K. One of the best movies ever made as well, so that's going to be a big one. Zack Snyder's The Justice League, so I guess that's going to come out on HBO Max, and then maybe a few months later they're going to release it in 4K. Batman v Superman, which is another one that I thought already had a 4K release, but I could be wrong. Mad Max The Road Warrior on 4K as well. So this is being advertised for or rumored for Warner Brothers, but what's interesting about this is the first Mad Max movie came out from Kino Lorber. So will this be a Kino release or will Warner Brothers release it? I'm not sure, but that is the rumors, guys, for this week. The big rumors in 2021, stuff that's going to be coming out. Of course, I'm going to officially announce it on the show when it actually gets release dates and concrete information about it. I'll be doing special features revealed videos on each one of those as they're announced. So still tons of coverage on those, but I thought they were worth mentioning on the show since so many people have been talking about it, and I wanted to kind of weigh in and give my 2 cents as well. So definitely some very exciting stuff. Again, rumors, they are not officially announced, but yeah, exciting stuff that I'm super excited for. So let's get into the actual stuff that was announced this past week, and that is Severin Films has released their entire April slate. All of these are coming out on April the 27th. You have Santa Sangre, which is getting a huge box set release. I think like 4 discs with tons of special features. I think it's like a cult horror classic from the 70s, I believe. I've never seen it, never heard of it, but the release looks absolutely amazing, looks beautiful. Of course, I'm going to be showing images. We also have Grizzly, Day of the Animals, and Deep Blood, all coming from Severin Films in April. So I'm thinking I possibly might get that Santa Sangre because I do want to get more into, like I said, the cult boutique Blu-rays. And Severin Films is one that I don't think I have one release for. So definitely want to get one of those, and I'll probably get that Santa Sangre because that release honestly is amazing, looks beautiful. Next up, guys, we have Greenland, the Gerard Butler disaster film, is coming to Blu-ray on February 9th from Universal. Then we have Come Play, which is a horror film that came out in 2020, coming out on Blu-ray on January the 26th from Universal. I might actually purchase that one because I've heard some good things. We have The Croods, A New Age, coming to 4K on February 23rd from Universal. We have Wonder Darkly on Blu-ray from Lionsgate coming on February the 9th. This is a film that supposedly came out in 2020 starring Diego Luna and Sienna Miller. Never heard of it, but the cover looks really freaking cool and it actually looks kind of intriguing. May have to check that one out. We have The Projectionist coming from Kino Lorber on March the 30th, which is a documentary on, I believe, a filmmaker. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. She's the Man, which is an Amanda Bynes, Channing Tatum romantic teen comedy. That was a remake of the 80s film Just One of the Guys, I believe it was called. But yeah, that's a really fun movie. That's coming from Paramount on March the 2nd. Psycho Goreman is coming from RLJE Entertainment on Blu-ray on March the 16th. We also have Werewolf on Wheels from 1971 coming to Blu-ray from Code Red on April the 27th. So definitely some exciting stuff coming down the pike that has been officially announced. Those were not rumors, but with that, guys, we are going to go ahead and get into the deals. And let me give you my spill here at the Mid-Level Media channel. We look to help to save you guys a buck. You know, we know times are tough. We know you can't go out every single week and spend $300-$400 on new Blu-rays, on new 4Ks. You got to kind of wait. You got to pick your spots. You got to wait for the deals. And I'm here to let you know what is on sale this week, so you can target the releases you want for your collection. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys, because Inner Sanctum Mysteries, which is a box set that I did an unboxing for on the channel, I got it from Mill Creek. That is only $8.99 right now. There are 6 films in that collection from the 30s, Lon Chaney films. They're all pretty good. I did watch them all. I need to do a review for that still. You know, they're campy, they're cult, they're old school movies, but they're good movies. They're good mystery movies. And Lon Chaney is spectacular in them. So for $8.99, I absolutely recommend purchasing that. We also have Rita Hayworth collection, which is 12 movies. That is $12.99 right now. That's a great deal from that. Also from Mill Creek. Tenet on 4K, guys, right now. Like I said, these 4K releases, these Blu-ray releases, they come out and like a month later they go on sale. If I would have just waited like a month for Tenet on 4K, I could have saved $10. So that's what I'm talking about. Sometimes you just need to wait, especially like if you don't have a physical media channel that you feel like you need to talk about this stuff on. Wait a month, wait till it comes out. If it's not like absolutely necessary to buy right away, just wait, because this stuff drops like $10, $15 in price within a month. And Tenet is $19.99 right now, so great deal for that. The Hobbit Trilogy is $71.99. I wish the Lord of the Rings Trilogy would go on sale because I would pick that up. I'm not picking up the Hobbit Trilogy. I'm not a big fan of that. So the IMAX original film Space Station on 4K, I haven't heard of that, is $9.99 right now. Tenet on Blu-ray is $14.99, so again, another deal on Tenet. The Bourne 4-film collection on 4K for $34.99, still a great deal. 2 more 4Ks that I'm talking about, guys, that just came out in December, Beverly Hills Cop and Coming to America, are both $16.99 right now. So like I said, just wait. and they'll go down in price like a few weeks later. We have The Lighthouse, the A24 film starring Robert Pattinson and William Dafoe, is $7.50 right now. Love and Monsters just came out last week, is now $25.65 on 4K, so that's like $1.50 drop. Not a big drop, but pretty substantial. Cars 3 on 4K is $11, so that's a great deal for a Pixar film. Wall-E on 4K is $19.99. Possessor, the Blu-ray, is $12.07, so that is a great deal for that. We also have a bunch of Pixar films that are $19.99 on 4K. Monsters, Inc., Toy Story, Coco, Onward. So yeah, a lot of Pixar films. Let's see if we got anything else, guys. Jaws on 4K is still $13.99. Cannibal Apocalypse, the film starring John Saxon, was, I believe, is a Kino Lorber release, is $16.60 right now. I might actually scoop that up myself. For a few dollars more from Kino Lorber starring Clint Eastwood is $16.60 right now. And here's the big one, guys. The one that you are sure to be very excited for. Ghostbusters 2016 is $15 right now. I don't even know if the 4K of that is worth $15. Labyrinth on 4K is $18.30. So yeah, we got some really good 4K deals this week. We got the Cornetto Trilogy, which is Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, The World's End is $25 right now on Amazon in 4K. So some great deals. But with that, we are going to get into the top 5 Blu-rays and the top 5 4Ks for this past week. I actually have both laid out for me this week. It looks like they caught up on their releases. So the top 5 Blu-rays for the week ending in January the 2nd is Tenet at number 1. Then we have Honest Thief at number 2. We have the Harry Potter 8-film collection, again, of course, at number 3. Mulan is number 4, and 1917 is number 5. So let's go to the top 5 4Ks for the week. We got Tenet 4K at number 1, 1917 4K at number 2. I'm glad to see people are still picking that one up. Such an incredible film that looks amazing in 4K. Absolutely recommend that. Let's see. John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum, the 4K is number 3. John Wick Chapter 2 is number 4. A lot of John Wick in the top 5 this week. And New Mutants on 4K. I have no idea why anybody is picking that one up in 4K. But more power to you. I know a lot of people actually dug them New Mutants, but I did not. So with that, guys, we are going to now get into what is new this week. And there's not a lot of great new releases this week. There's a couple of things that we might see in stores when we go out tomorrow for the Blu-ray hunt. But most of this stuff is boutique titles that you're going to have to purchase online. But the first that I'm going to get into is these new Mill Creek releases, which I'm not going to show images for because I actually have them in my collection. Just got them from Mill Creek a few weeks ago. I'm in the process of doing reviews for all of these films on my Mid-Level Media Instagram page. I already did Like Father, Like Son last week, but I plan to do The Freshman and Blind Fury today on my Instagram, so be looking out for those. So we do have these releases in my collection. I got Like Father, Like Son right here. I got Blind Fury. I've got The Freshman. And I got Crossroads. So all of these are these retro VHS slipcovers. So if you haven't seen these before, they're really cool slipcovers that have the original VHS cover on them with like a little tape coming out. And it's a really cool design that Mill Creek has been doing for the past couple of years now. But all of these are only $8.99 a piece. Great value for the packaging, for the release. All of the transfers that I've seen so far are really good, solid transfers for the Blu-ray. No special features on them, which is a little disappointing. I'd like to see a few special features, but beyond that, so far so good. Definitely worth $8.99 for these films. Kind of cult classics from the 80s and 90s that I'm actually enjoying watching. So definitely check those out. I did an unboxing for them a few weeks ago on this channel, which you can check out, and I had links for purchase in that video. So it was a couple of weeks ago, but definitely check that out. We also have Santa Tango coming to Blu-ray from R. Bellows. I have not heard of that physical media company, but that is a new company to talk about, and I always like highlighting new physical media companies. So that is coming out tomorrow. We also have In Search of Darkness, which came out on January the 8th. So that was last week. That is a very limited release that I think was confined mostly to pre-orders. but you can look on eBay right now to see if anybody is selling it, but it is not available anywhere else. But I just thought it was interesting to note that one. It's an amazing looking set. I don't know if you've seen In Search of Darkness Part 1. I watched it on Shudder. I'll probably wait till Part 2 comes on Shudder. Hopefully it will. But it's an amazing horror documentary covering like all the horror from the 80s. And I absolutely freaking loved it. I thought it was like one of the best documentaries I've ever seen in my life. It's like 4.5 hours long. Goes so in depth on 80s horror, and I loved it. So I'm really interested in checking out In Search of Darkness Part 2. But let me know in the comments below if you were able to snag an early copy of that, if you were one of the lucky ones that signed up to get it. So we also have Buried Alive from Kino Lorber. That is coming out for $17.99. Then we have Just Before Dawn coming from Code Red for $19.99. Great looking cover on that one, by the way. Then we have a new Criterion release, Minding the Gap, which is some sort of skateboarding movie, I believe. That is coming out for $27.99 tomorrow. We also have Skylines coming from Lionsgate, which is, I think, the third one in that sci-fi action series. Then we have Lupin 3, the first, coming from Shout Factory, and we also get a steelbook of that in addition to a regular Blu-ray copy. The cover of this looks insane and weird. I have no idea what this movie is, but okay. If you're a Lupin fan, let me know in the comments below as well. The Devil's Wedding Night coming from Code Red. We also have Blood Sisters coming from Media Blasters. Then we have Amite. I gotta pronounce this right. Ammonite, which is starring Saoirse Ronan and Kate Winslet. So that's an incredible cast right there, the two of them. Coming to Blu-ray from Universal. I do want to check that movie out, but I've heard some really mixed reviews on it. So. But I'm definitely interested with that cast. Two fantastic actresses in that movie. We also have the Twilight Zone Season 2 Blu-ray, that CBS original series from the mind of Jordan Peele, is coming out from Universal. Spell coming to Blu-ray from Paramount. And we also have two Kino Lorber titles coming out tomorrow with Stretch and Thursday. So both more recent releases. I think Thursday's from 1998 and Stretch is from 2014. So not like super old movies. So with that, guys, we are finished. We are done. We talked about so much today on the Physical Media Report. All of the rumors, all of the speculation, what is new this week, the announcements, the deals, the top 5 Blu-rays and the top 5 4Ks. All super exciting stuff that I'm super excited about. And it looks like going off of those announcements and rumors, it is going to be a fantastic year for the Physical Media Report that I am super excited about, and I hope that you are too. So with that, guys, be sure that if you haven't yet subscribed to the Mid-Level Media channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and like this video. Also turn on all bell notifications for future videos. I will be dropping my Blu-ray hunt tomorrow. Then I will be reviewing Kino Lorber title The Train this week on this channel. I'm also going to be reviewing Savage Streets from Code Red. I'm also going to be doing my top 10 best January horror movies this week, and I'll be back this Saturday for another thrifting vlog. Tons of exciting content on this channel. And if you didn't join last night for my live stream, I've started up a weekly live stream every Sunday night at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, where we just get together and talk about movies, talk about physical media, talk about whatever. We had a topic last night. We talked about the best Nicolas Cage films. Very awesome, interesting discussion on the best of Nicolas Cage's filmography with the subscribers of the Mid-Level Media community. So yeah, if you're not joining that every Sunday night at 9:30, I definitely would love to have you there to engage with in the chat and just kind of talk to each other about movies. It's an awesome time. So definitely join that live stream every Sunday night at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. So with that, guys, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.